Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in for another video. So today we're going to be talking about my Dodge Challenger. I've been getting several questions about my car, specifically about the shaker hood that I installed and everything that goes along with it. So let's get right to it. You know, the shaker hood is an amazing option on these Challengers. It looks great. I just love the way it looks. I love opening the hood. You know, I just love the way the bolt pops out of it and everything. It just looks amazing. I have no regrets on it. But if I had to be real picky, you know, the only issue that I have with this is that you do get a lot of heat soak under here. The bubble tends to trap a lot of heat and the engine does run a little bit hotter, especially when you're idling. But once you actually get moving and the air starts going through, you know, to the headlight duct, through there, everything starts cooling down very nicely, so it's not really a big deal. You do tend to get a little more power, but this is only when you're actually driving with speed. Besides that, you're not really gonna see anything different, but it does sound good. And there are two versions of this cold air intake. So be careful when you're ordering, make sure you're getting the right one. Shaker hood or non-shaker hood. Another question someone asked me was specifically about the scoop. Do you have to paint the bottom? No, you only paint the top. And I highly recommend you get this professionally painted, because I painted this myself, and the way I painted was with a rattle can. And it was blended with satin black paint, so it was the correct paint color. The paint color does match perfectly, but the problem was that since it was a rattle can, you know, it didn't get the correct finish. So I tried to water sand it and polishing it, and overall, you know, it looks pretty good, but it's not the same finish as an original car. So that's the only thing that actually gives out that I put this kit myself. Everything else looks pretty much factory. I will be repainting this. I bought a specific spray gun and a new air compressor, but haven't got to that yet. But that is something I'm planning to do. The other thing, guys, is that someone asked me about these water lines for the sprayers, and the factory ones that I've seen pretty much are just hanging from here. From this connector, they just drop from a T and go all the way across to this side in the T, and it goes in. And when I seen that, I honestly did not like it. So I decided to just go ahead and run the hoses through the hood. And like this, you can't really see anything. And honestly, that looks really good. The other question I had was about the hood itself, the painting on the hood. That one, it took me a while to figure that one out, because I'll go online and ask other people questions, and they did mention that their hoods on the bottom side of their hoods were painted very glossy and it looked beautiful. But the original one that I had, it just had that matte black finish, and you know, it wasn't looking good. So I had them put a coat of black on this and a clear coat so it could look like this. So that was the other thing I had to do. So you are gonna have to paint the bottom of your hood and obviously the top. They put, I think, one or two, I think it was one coat of clear coat on the bottom, if I'm correct, and it was 2 coats of clear on the top. The other thing too, guys, is I did paint the scoop and the trim ring the same color, but when I was water sanding it, you can see I got down to the plastic right there, and it's a little exposed to the UV rays. So I'm gonna have to repaint this or replace this too. So when you do get to this point, you're actually having them paint your hood, I would say let the professionals paint your hood, the scoop, and the trimming all at one shot. My mistake was I jumped the gun. I was so excited about getting my car ready, and I just put this on without painting it, and this is the issue that I'm having. I'm gonna have to take it off again. Overall, guys, I'm still really satisfied with the hood. It looks amazing. Driving it around, I get all the thumbs up. You know, people like my car. I'm super happy with it. But I wish I would have did just 2 things differently. It was mostly about just the scoop and the trim ring for the shaker. You know, but I bought the correct equipment for that now, so I'm actually have a nice spray gun, and I'm gonna repaint this and the trim ring. But I'm not in a rush for it because it does look pretty good right now. But I'm not sure on the right angle you actually will see the orange peel in it, but it is what it is, and it looks pretty good the way it is right now. So that's pretty much it, guys. My rating from how long I've had this, I think it's going on like a year, almost a year. The way I feel, would I recommend this conversion or not? And I would if you want your car to look nicer, but if you're looking pure for performance gains, I don't recommend this, because you get the heat soak. It doesn't really increase your performance much unless you're driving really fast, because you are ramming the air into here. But besides that, looks pretty good. And for the wow factor, you know, I'm satisfied with it, and I like it because of that. That's what I really wanted. It just really gives me a smile, guys, when I rev it and I see the scoop just shaking like crazy. I just love it. paint and labor for the hood, I think it was like $500 or $600, and that's like dirt cheap because they got the homie hookup on that one. But if you're gonna be going down this route, expect to pay close to like $3,500. Like I said, it depends on the payment. It depends on who's gonna be painting your car. If you're gonna do it yourself, you save quite a bit of money, but do expect to be spending over $3,000 and change. You could almost get to close to $4,000 depending on the paint job. But this is not a cheap install, guys, so be prepared to spend some good money on this install. Well, hopefully that answers most of your questions. You know, if you have any more, just make a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But now you guys know or have an idea of what I did to get my car to look the way it does. And I really don't have any regrets besides the actual price of everything I had to pay. But besides that, guys, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys till next time.
You